Howdy, howdy, boys. I hope you missed me as much as I hope you've had. Welcome back to the QB Academy. It's been a little bit since I've uploaded, I know. I'm actually genuinely pleased. I've got some tape, some HD tape that's quality that I'm excited to go over. Hopefully it can improve your prowess over the game as much as a retired bum like me could try and help you. I hope you guys have had nothing but good fortune in your playing careers. Obviously, mine is over, but as much as I can help the game and those looking to get better, I see all the betterment in that. So, I've had many of you reach out. I've gotten countless emails of people sending me clips or highlights or tape or whatever it may be. Fortunately, I promise I've looked over nearly every single one of your submissions. I've received tape that I am genuinely excited to go over, where we can analyze a third-party tape where it's not just me playing, but I can actually look at it from a non-biased point of view, and we can break this down. This video's purpose is I'm trying to accelerate your guys' development. I'm trying to help you avoid some of the pitfalls that I fell into myself during my playing career. So I feel the best course of action would just be to go straight into it. We're going to try and condense this a little bit and go over the important parts. So this is going to be coming from a guy named Twisted on YouTube. I will show his YouTube on screen now, along with his Discord. His Discord name's Dylan. I will also put his tag up on screen now. All the credit for this tape should go to him. I want to thank him endlessly for providing me this in the first place. And Dylan, I know you're probably watching this. I hope this helps you as much as it is a joy for me to review this. Now let's get into it. Alrighty, boys, welcome to the film room. So, first off, I kind of want to orient you a little bit. The tape we're going to be watching, apparently, according to him, this is his NFL debut. This is going to be against Hrupt. You can see Hrupt playing free safety, currently on the defense on the opposite team. So, with a young quarterback beginning his career, there's going to be a few things we're going to look for. I want to see his leadership and his poise, commanding the offense instead of abiding by what wide receivers want him to do. I also want to see just mechanically how sound he is. If quarterback is new to him, it's going to be important for us to see how well does he take to it. How naturally does he throw the ball? Does he get flustered whenever the reads aren't open? Can he anticipate those open reads? Can he handle pressure well? Some of the most important little fine details of quarterbacking that normally get ironed out over time. We want to see if he is naturally taking to this game. So I think that's going to be by far the most important. We want to make sure he has a solid foundation. So we're going to go through some of his trials and errors, what he's doing right, what he's great at, and maybe what he needs to improve on. So they won the coin toss. This is going to be the first possession of the game. Usually you just want to get into that rhythm and just move the sticks, take what's given to you. But at the same time, I mean, fuck, dude, you want to throw the bitch deep. I understand it. So I believe they're going to be playing here soon, so I have not watched any of these drives. I'm going to be watching this the same. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I want to. So the first drive of the game looks like it's not a bad ball. It's open, too. It's not something I would do, but I can understand why he would do it. That's really poor awareness by that wide receiver. I don't know if he wasn't expecting it. Definitely, those VC plays are going to be something that we're going to watch. I have a very negative opinion on VC plays. I'm not a huge fan of them. We'll see if it negatively impacts the way he reads the field. Coming up on 2nd and 15. It's going to fake the DE split again. Decent pocket movement. Honestly, not a bad read to Tuna Boy Falcon. That is it. So what he did here, and I want to point this out, right? So you can see that he's going to continually, I call it notching, like he turns his shoulders in and then he goes out. That's not a bad job to try and manipulate the pocket. What I do like is Falcon's going forward here, right? And so when Falcon's going forward, he sees all this space down here. Wow, my mouse DPI. Ooh. So Falcon's going straight, and he understands underneath is open, so he's going to throw this prematurely, And it's actually a good read. Now, Falcon kind of cut back into the middle a little bit, kind of around here, and he just kind of threw the ball to the general spot where it needed to go. That's a good sign of anticipation. You'd like to see a little bit more accuracy. I'd prefer if he throws it a little bit more to Falcon's right, but it's not a bad job. He at least shows he can read a defense, along with a little bit of pocket movement. That's, honest to God, a decent job. Okay, moving on. Sorry, I was adjusting my mouse DPI. It was too high for me. So, let's see what they're drawing up now. Wow, he really stared that down. Not bad, at least it shows the willingness to take the run. What I don't like is he just completely stared this down instead of reading the options, and he gets a minimal gain. That should be more than 2 yards. It's not terrible. Not a huge fan of that, but I can understand why he did it. What I'm already noticing is you can see him predominantly staring down this left side of the field. I don't think he's reading the defense, because there are times where you can tell there's going to be holes just by the way the defense is lining up. Like you have left down here, you possibly have maybe something up here. And it doesn't really look like he's taking advantage of that. So pre-snap, I think he could improve a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, it's just he's staring down that fucking left side. I don't know if a wide receiver is bitching at him in VC or something, but he is staring that shit down. Again, look, he understands that Falcon's going to have the inside leverage, so he can throw a beam if he needs to. So he's showing signs of anticipation. His eyes go back up. Wow. Oh, boy. Yeah. This here has been open for probably about 3 seconds. We also have both the folds open. Whatever he throws, this is probably the worst read, but it wouldn't be a bad read. The problem is he needs to throw this ball right now before these windows close. And he's going to hold on to the ball, throw deep. Terrible pass. Terrible ball. So, I don't know what the fuck this shit is. I don't know what the fuck throwing here is. I wouldn't recommend going deep in this situation. You have a potential comeback on the left side. You're not even that pressured by the DEs. You're going to have time. Me personally, I'm throwing this ball right here. There's just a lot that can go wrong because you're thrown into a pyramid here. And that MLB can go up and mag that shit. And even then, right? So you threw this, and your wide receiver doesn't... You're forcing him to make a play by making him go up and catching it like a jump slant. That's a really risky ball and just poor placement by you. Another thing I want to note, right? I've been ignoring this for a little bit. So your camera is not bad and not great because you have a low cursor, which I don't like. And because of that, your camera's a lot lower. It's like you're short. It's like you're Bryce Younging this shit. It's like you're 5'10". You can, if you move this cursor up, right, your camera could be higher, and then you can scan this field. You'd have better eyes, right? You'd be like, it'd be like you're up in a tower and you could watch down instead of just having to go through all this mesh of bodies. You have a low camera, and I think that's part of the reason why you're reluctant to throw the ball. Like, see how low that camera is. Just watch. Look at how low his camera gets. I mean, this is just plain bad. Your cursor's here, and then you're staring at shit. Your camera manipulation to put power on the throw is good. It's not bad. But it's heavily, like, you're not decisive enough. And I think that's because you don't trust your throwing mechanics. Now, you're a new QB, so I would understand that. But it's something that's going to have to change sooner than you would probably think. So here, look. We're all zoomed in. You've been zoomed out a majority of the game. But here we're zoomed in and you can't throw out of this position. I'm fully expecting you to take a run here, which isn't bad necessarily, but you need, if that MLB pushes up, you got to throw soon. See, you've held the ball for too long and you're not reading the field. You have a wide open check down. You're about to get fucking shit on. You need to throw this ball. You're going to get sacked. Well, I mean, we'll see I think you get sacked 100%. Yeah, you do. You're not reading the field. You need to zoom out. So here, let's take this an example, right? So we're going to start from the beginning. So instead of actively scanning like we do, one thing as a veteran myself, there's a lot of open space back here. If Falcon, Tuna Boy, Fat Man can push off and gain some separation. Falcon is a good wide receiver. I will give him shit. He's not a Gunther. He has a big fat ego, but he is a decent wide receiver, right? If he can gain that separation, I would throw that ball to him. But instead, what you do, right? And look at me. He also has leverage going on the outside, and he has a little bit of a burn. That is a touchdown right there. Instead, what you do, your eyes drop, right? You're all zoomed in. You're focusing on the run right now. Another thing to mention is, look, there's a 3-2 advantage over here. You have 3 wide receivers on 2 corners. So I think this guy dragged on the inside. That means some guys should be open. But you're not seeing this. You're not reading properly. You drop your eyes. You're too focused on the run. The MLB pushes up. You have no answers. You had a wide open guy for a touchdown right here. Exactly like I said. You need to do a better job at reading the defense. You're too focused on the run. You never commit to anything until you throw the ball. Now it's going to be 2nd and long. So you've already put yourself in a bad position. Boy. You got to throw that. I mean, you got to put this high, back of end zone, and he can go out and make a play. Another understandable read is I might throw Falcon here because he's got good separation. It would make it 3rd and manageable. You're not throwing either of these balls. And I know you're not because you lack decisiveness. Both of these passes need to be thrown right now, and I don't think your mechanics are good enough to throw accurately while rushed. Yep. So you're going to hold on to the ball. You're going to throw a check down, and it gets intercepted. This is part of the problem with your camera. Because this cursor, this is unacceptable. Your cursor needs to go up. What you are doing, your camera goes flat, and then the throws come, they're just coming off weird. So look, you keep moving your camera down, right? But your cursor didn't adjust with it, and you're going to throw a fatty interception here. I mean, this is something you can't do in the red zone, especially not versus a guy like Herupt. I've had my opinions about Herupt in the past, but he's a veteran QB. You give him short fields, he's going to take advantage. You lack decisiveness and confidence in your mechanics. You're staring down shit instead of reading the field. That is going to limit you unbelievably so if you cannot correct it. It needs to change. Okay, so here we are again. We gave the ball to Herupt. He went down. He scored a touchdown. Thrown an interception on the first drive of the game. When you're a young QB, I want to see how you respond. A lot of people, what they would do, they start being conservative. They start throwing the checkdowns, which further pushes them behind because you need to score quick when you're down. So I want to see how he responds. I want to see, does he just kind of go back into those bad habits of staring receivers down and not being decisive and just being unable to read the field? Or are we going to respond, and does that invigorate you, right? We're going to see. We're going to find out. Taking the snap, staring down wide receivers. Now, it's not a bad read. What concerns me is you're not working the sidelines. So any throw that's been to the sidelines that were open were VC plays. Remember the first play, we took the ball, we hucked it up here, and the receiver ran past it. That's been the only throw to the sidelines so far. We've been working the middle, which is harder to do, but it's more dangerous, and if you cannot attack the sidelines, you're probably going to get picked. Oh. As I say that, not a bad throw to the sideline. So we're diversifying our offensive attack. That's a good read. And you were even eyeing this up. Before this guy dropped, you were still eyeing it up. Again, we're going to look at this cursor. Not a huge fan of it, but it's okay. What I really don't like is this camera. It's too low. This cursor needs to go up. Your camera needs to go down. These mechanics are not great. But regardless, we did what we had to. You threw a decent fold. Not a bad pass. Obviously, if the coverage was tighter, it could be a little bit better, but it's not a bad ball. It'll get you by. The read was more impressive than the throw. Now, we're going to go to another play. We're staring down receiver. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So okay. So the reason why I don't fuck with these plays, I bet this was a VC play, and this guy, number 9, I think this is She's Tight. I think it is. I think that's the person's name. Dog, you got a wide open touchdown. If he just goes out like this, nobody can guard that if you throw it quick. This is a really risky ball. And even then, this is a really hard reel. And Koala, I mean, he just hasn't made plays for you. 32 just hasn't really done a great job this game. Yeah, I don't love the play call. I'm not going to comment on the throw. Anything that's not 95, I disagree with. So we're going to go again. Another stupid fucking VC play. Dude, you're staring down the fucking receiver. This is unreal. Now, what I'm doing here, bro, I'm throwing this shit high and I'm fucking diming this bitch. Because he's got separation between Herupt and him. I'd throw it right here and just fucking dime the hoe. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. You don't have any checkdowns on these sides. So the defense is just falling back. You throw another fucking pick. This is getting ridiculous. I mean, even then, bro, like, fucking, these people are open. What I would do personally, this guy's open. This guy's open. You're staring down wide receivers. You're not reading the field. So this guy he reads it and then he goes back and he picks you off. I mean, oh boy, gets returned for a touchdown. Oh boy. Oh boy. Like this is ridiculous. I'm sorry. When you got a guy wide open like this, I mean, this is fucking ridiculous. You need to do a better job here. That's just bad. Okay. So now we're on the third drive. We're on the third possession. After this, I may forward it a little bit because we're starting to get a gist on how he's operating. Obviously, he's made some rookie mistakes. I think his number one issue right now, he is not reading this field at all. I mean, even then, like, you look at this team, you look at these wide receivers, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, seriously. I mean, this Meow guy, I think that She's Tight. Bro, you know way fucking better. You missed a wide open touchdown in this area of the field. And now you're dick riding your teammate. This is fucking unbelievable. Yeah, not a great performance by anybody. So you stared this fucking guy down, but he is open, this Koala guy. So Koala, I think, is 0 for 2 right now. You got to throw it faster, bro. Yeah, it's just a terrible play. I don't care if you got a first down off of that. He was wide open off rip, and you need to throw this fucking ball. I mean, that is open, and look, you're going to hold it, and then you're going to fuck off, right? You just got to throw it high outside to the back shoulder. Like, don't lead him, because then he's going to have to contest. Throw it on his back shoulder. You're going to get, like, 12 yards out of it. You're lacking that decisiveness. I mean, it's nothing new. And then you throw it, and that's a shitty ball. You throw it dead zone. So, there's not a lot there. There's not a lot of high-level traits. I mean, it just kind of came back. It's not a great play. Again, you're going to have Falcon here. Your O-line got fucked up. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What a dog shit. Holy fucking shit. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's break this down bit by bit, okay? So, I think your biggest mistake is you rolled out on the side your tight end was blocking for. That's not good. Because your tight end's going to fuck off. Another big thing, you need to rip this ball. I was staring at this shit. You need to rip this motherfucker. The deep's being nice, okay? Because the free safety, what should be done this play is like the deep gets this guy, right? Oh, no, the free safety gets this guy. And then this guy hops on the fold. And fucking these two can kind of mop up here. And then this guy's he's beat. You need to rip this fucking ball. This guy is playing way off. You need to rip that fucking thing. So the defense, honestly, they're somewhat blowing their assignment. And what you do is you roll out on the side of your tight end. You stare down the guy, hoping he comes back when he has a burn, so he's not going to come back. You don't have the balls to throw deep. You're hoping he comes back. Now this is open. You need to wait for them to space out. See how spaced out that is? He can go, I'm throwing him sideline. You got to rip that. But since it's cross field, you need to throw this right now. And you hold on to the ball. And now you're fucked, right? You might be able to throw this, but I probably wouldn't. It's a very risky ball. And so your only option is to check down. So you fucked up, right? You made several mistakes. And then you threw a dead zone pass, and it got fucking picked. That is a pathetic excuse for an offense. That is terrible. I am not kidding. That's one of the worst plays I've seen in a while. Now, everyone in chat is blaming Kulu. That plays all on you, dog. That plays all on you. I do not care if you're new QB. You did not throw that jump pass. You threw that dead zone. That's unfortunate. I'm going to skip ahead going past halftime. Okay. Welcome back, ladies and gents. So it looks like they've started to do something on offense. I didn't watch any of the previous drives. I've had enough. I wanted to skip past and maybe see if we can get in a little bit of a groove. And we're putting up points. I don't know if it's because of the defense or the offense, but we're doing something. So obviously you're in a pretty large deficit right now. It's crunch time. You got to put up or shut up. So yeah, we're going to see if we see more of the same or if he's starting to improve. He's going to read the checkdowns open. Oh, the fucking accuracy here is pathetic. So look, he's going to the outside here. And so what I worry is you're going to throw this bitch. He's going this way, and you threw it like this. I worry because you see how he has to come back for it, right? I worry that you lack the natural touch, like just the accuracy to pass the ball instead of hucking it to somebody. And that's a pretty major concern, and we've seen it a little bit. Dude, again, you're staring down your wide receivers. I saw the second that Zig jammed this guy, you need to get off him. Because Koala is going to be wide open, and so is fucking tight for a first down. And you're going to stay locked onto this guy. I mean, you got Josh Rosen syndrome. You can't get off a read. Like, you need to speed this up. Like, I understand this is your NFL debut. You're playing NFL ball, and it's required that you play at that level, and you're not. You are staring this guy down, and you can't get off the read. This guy's open. I personally wouldn't throw it because I'm worried about this DE. Maybe he drops off. So this guy's going to be open on the full, and I'm going to throw him a jump pass. Sure, it's scary. You're thrown into the middle of the field. Yeah, we're not here for comfort. You are locking eyes with somebody, and I don't know why. I don't know what you see. I'm not throwing that. There's better options available. So, yeah, obviously he got covered. And look, this guy's wide fucking open. Who would have guessed? And consistently, like, look at this fucking O-line. You need to get in sync with your players right now because you're just fucking up the offense. This O-line could be doing a better job, but at the same time, like, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, man, what are we doing? Throw the fucking ball away, dude. Jesus. Now, I would probably throw this because my prime, I just had big dick syndrome. I mean, I just let that bitch fucking go. But throwing the check down here is the worst decision possible. A better decision, probably the decision I would implore you to do, is throw the ball away. You haven't done it yet. You haven't thrown the ball away. You are not hero ball. This is, from what I've seen, the fourth interception we threw. And your wide receiver doesn't come back on it, so that shit's on Kulu. Kulu fucked up there, and so did you. This is really bad qualities of ball. So just to list it, we're not getting off reads. We're not putting good accuracy on our throws. We're lacking decisiveness. It looks like we have clunky mechanics, or we don't trust our mechanics, right? We're not following our O-line. Our pocket movement's pretty bad. When we want to run, we only focus on the run instead of looking for better options. We're too reliant on VC plays. We're not on the same page as our wide receivers. And if I'm being completely 100% honest, your decision-making is rushed when pressured. You are forcing, or maybe not forcing, but pressure forces you to make bad decisions. So we have a litany of issues right now. This is not good ball. This is a winnable game too. This defense is, I'm not saying the defense is bad, but you can definitely play against this defense. The pocket pressure is really killing you. And when you're given open wide receivers to target, you are not targeting them. You're locking on reads. And I mean, I don't want to say the same thing over and over again, but like these are significant issues. And shit that needs to change like now, because you're going to lose this fucking game. So let's go to the next drive. So the situation has definitely got worse. They are more than double our points now. Maybe with 4th and 25, you can get back in the game. But I'm going to go through with what I see. I see this guy wide open going forward. I see a sideline that's undefended. I see a middle that's pretty well defended. So we're going to have to target the outsides. I guarantee somebody on the perimeter is going to be open. Let's take a look. Let's just watch this develop. Just watch. Right? So this is technically open. Right? But remember the guy, like this side of the field was open. I said it was going to be open. This guy's wide open for a comeback. You also have a check down that's wide open right here. So you have a litany of options. There is devil's advocate. I might throw that. And that's a throw that I can and routinely made. But, it's okay. We're going to hold on to the ball, and we're going to huck this bitch. Terrible fucking pass. So let's look at your mechanics, right? Let's just look. So he's coming down. You got to throw this high and maybe about right here. Somewhere around there, right? You throw this bitch dead zone. Oh, fuck. You throw this dead zone, right? So what you did, your camera, right? Your camera didn't even move. Watch it again. Watch his camera. Watch his camera. From when he jumped, right? Just watch the camera. So it's high, he's reading the field, and then he lowers it, he's ready to throw. Lowers, he's ready to throw. But watch how stagnant this camera is. It doesn't even move. And it's under. I mean, look at this shit. You're throwing at his fucking ankles, bro. Like, Jesus Christ, we're throwing to fucking Jordans. Like, what are we doing? Throw to his fucking gloves. Oh, what are we doing here? Hey, I was right. It is she's tight. I don't know what the fuck this shit is. I thought this was just tape. There's a few people I know in there. She's tight. You should be doing a better job. Oh, we're muting people. That's what we're doing. Okay. So, moving forward. Again, dude, your pocket movement fucking sucks. So, watch what you do here, right? So, you are predominantly on the right side of the field. Oh, why is my fucking marker like that? Is this better? Yeah. So, you're predominantly on the right side of the field when this guy's your fucking O-line. So, not great. And then watch what you do. You just S-hole, right? You're just walking backwards. I mean, you're basically running a streak as a quarterback. We should be hooking this around, allow like our O-line to get the blocks and whatnot, and then as the pocket collapses and we run out here, maybe we can make a throw, right? Pretty standard stuff. What you're doing is you're sabotaging the play by running a streak. So your O-line loses all leverage. You push yourself back, and now you're just about fucked. You can throw the check down, and that's it. And so you throw the comeback, and some fuck how you get away with it. That's more bad defense than good offense. You need to do better. Again, we're rolling out on the side of our tight end, right? Honestly, not bad defense here. You just kind of have to throw the check down, and you do. That's not a bad job. Let's look at your eyes, right? Let's just look at his eyes. So just watch the camera movement, right? We're on the left side. All right, we go back middle, left again. Go back to the right, right? Go back to the left. That was a really good job because you realized nothing was open. So you are great at finding something that's open, but you're not willing to give it up. Okay, so when we look at a guy, right? So let's just say we're fixated on this guy, right? So when we see that there's a possibility that he might get open, he's gone. If the defense is clamping up on it, you are not okay with getting off the read and transitioning. And that's what we need to do, okay? So you can read the field. The problem is getting off the read, knowing when to give it up and find something new. that's not a terrible problem to have. And then everything got covered and you threw the check down. You didn't force anything. That is it's the most impressive play I've seen so far. You went through all of your options. You realized nothing was open, and then you transitioned to throwing the check down. Like I said before, some of your best moments, some of your highlight plays are going to be the throws you choose not to, right? Whenever we hold on to the ball, we don't have to play hero ball. Sometimes the boring play is the best option available. We are not heroes, we are quarterbacks. And you did a good job there. I will give credit where it's due. Not following the O-line's blocks. You are scanning the field. I will give you that. Yeah. I mean, just really, we're just plagued by inaccuracy. I mean, there's just not a whole lot of arm talent here. You're going to have to train past this by improving your mechanics. Watch my... Oh, Kulu. Fucking Kulu. He never fails to disappoint you. It is impossible to underestimate him. Incredible. So this might be the last drive I go over. I might go over one more. Holy fucking shit, bud. Yeah, you completely neglected the left side there. So let's go over this again. It's 4th down. Again, 3-on-2. This guy's a wide open fucking touchdown. You don't want to throw that? Fine. I mean, you can have small PP. He comes back. Look at this. He fucking comes back. I don't know what the fuck you see here, dude. I don't know what the fuck you see there. This guy and this guy are being intimate with each other. They are on top of each other. There's fucking nothing here. Herupt is on nothing. Get the check down. If a defensive guy is on nothing, somebody is wide ass open. So we're going to hold the ball. We're going to hold the ball. Our pocket movement sucks. The O-line gets shed. We hold the ball. We hold the ball. Nothing's open. Wide receivers are clumping up. Right? And you get sacked on 4th down. So I'm willing to bet you lost this game. Let's take a look. Did you lose? Oh, boy. It's just darkness. Okay. Yeah, so you lost this game pretty handedly. Let's see the replay on this turnover. I kind of want to see it. It's just a toss. All right. So, yeah, just based off of my memory, and obviously, I mean, this is going to be the first QB Academy where it's not me playing. You need to work on your mechanics. Kind of seems like you don't trust your arm. Your pocket movement is fucking abysmal. I feel like you could do a better job getting off reads. I feel like you do an okay job at finding people open, but you need to get off them once they're covered, right? So we need to speed up your, how you process the game. I feel like it's very fast for you. You just got to slow down. Again, your ball placement leaves much to be desired. It's just my personal belief that, sometimes you lock in on plays, whether it be VC plays, like the first play of the game, you threw that high sideline pass and it just didn't work out. Or we also had plays where you wanted to run, and it almost seems like you were forcing the run instead of, is this the best option available? Because when I run, right, I'm going to test the run. I'm going to fake it. I'm going to see how the defense reacts. And if something's open, I throw the ball. And I gained a what am I trying to say here? A reputation. I kept thinking of representative. No, I gained a reputation for never taking runs. So defenses would be like, oh, he's not going to run, and they'd stay on their man, and then I'd go and I'd dive in the end zone. So when you want to run, during the play, you need to constantly be reading the field, right? There's a lot that can be improved on. I would highly encourage you to look at my last QB Academy video, which goes over reading the field and mechanics, although they've already been addressed. So overall, my QB grade for you would probably be a solid D, a light D. There's heavy consideration that this could be an F performance, but I have seen worse. I don't think right now, I think you are hindering your team. You had a decent team around you and a good quarterback, probably could have won this game. Although the defense was an issue, but you turning over the ball did not help your case. So I do think there is potential for you to be a quarterback. I don't think you are a quarterback right now. There's a lot of development you need to do. Regardless, I think it's very important for you to be continuing to practice your mechanics, get comfortable with your throwing motion, because you lack decisiveness. I feel like you need to come in your own. I feel like you need to feel confident in yourself and your ability. Don't be afraid to throw interceptions. Just don't throw dumb interceptions. I mean, if you're going to try and make a play, that's fine. But understand the difference between taking a calculated risk and a reckless mistake. So I feel like that's probably going to do it for the second episode of the QB Academy. On screen is the email, QBAcademyFF, I believe it is, at gmail.com. You can send your submissions in, and I will grade your performance. I will not meat ride you. So if you're looking to get better, if you're looking to improve at any facet of the game, I would highly encourage you to send your tape. This is a retired Vitals. This is a retired Acre. I have no bias. I am enjoying life, but I want you to enjoy your playing career as much as I have. Nothing but respect to all the players shown involved, unless your name is Gunther. I thank you so very much for tuning in. This is Vitals or Acre. I appreciate you nonetheless. Please take the best care of yourself. Love your family. Love thy brother. Love thy sister. Have a good day.